Life can feel overwhelming, can it? With so much to do, so many responsibilities pulling at us, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But let me share a story that can help you see life in a new way. Once, a professor stood before his students with this very jar. He filled it with large stones, one by one, until no more could fit. He asked, "Is the jar full?" The students replied, "Yes." The professor then picked up a handful of pebbles and poured them into the jar. The smaller stones rolled into the spaces between the large ones. "Is it full now?" he asked. The students hesitated but said, "Yes." Next, he poured sand into the jar. The fine grains filled the remaining gaps. "Is it full now?" he asked again. This time the students laughed. "Yes, now it's full," they said. The professor smiled and said, "This jar represents your life. The large stones are the things that truly matter: your health, your relationships, your purpose. The pebbles are the smaller but still important things, like work and hobbies. And the sand? That's everything else: emails, errands, distractions." He paused and added, "If you fill the jar with sand first, there's no room for the stones. But if you focus on the big rocks first, everything else will find its place." This story holds a profound truth. Many of us fill our jars with sand, trivial tasks, endless distractions, and wonder why we feel unfulfilled. The secret to a meaningful life is simple: focus on the big rocks first. Let's explore 3 steps to help you prioritize what truly matters. Step 1. Identify your big rocks. What are the most important things in your life? Is it your health, your family, your passion, or your sense of purpose? My teacher once asked me, "If your life were a jar and you could only fit in 3 stones, what would they be?" This question changed how I lived. It made me realize that not everything deserves my time and energy. Take a moment to reflect. What are your big rocks? What gives your life meaning? When you know what matters most, it's easier to say no to what doesn't. Step 2. Put the big rocks in first. It's not enough to know your priorities. You must act on them. Start each day by focusing on your big rocks. In the monastery, we begin our mornings with meditation, not because we have endless free time, but because it's a big rock, a practice that grounds us and shapes the rest of the day. Ask yourself, how can I dedicate time to what truly matters today? When you put the big rocks in first, you'll find space for the smaller things. Step 3. Let go of the sand. The sand in your life, distractions, minor tasks, and unnecessary worries can consume your energy if you let it. My teacher often said, "Not every grain of sand deserves your attention." Learn to let go of what doesn't serve you, whether it's spending less time on your phone, saying no to obligations that don't align with your values, or simply allowing yourself to rest. Letting go of the sand creates space for the stones. So, what can we learn from the jar of life? Focus on the big rocks, the things that truly matter. Put them in first, and let everything else fall into place. Life is short, and your jar has only so much space. Don't let it fill up with sand. Choose what matters and live with intention. If this story resonates with you, share it with someone who might need a reminder to focus on their big rocks. And in the comments, tell me, what are the big rocks in your life? Remember, a meaningful life isn't about doing everything. It's about doing what matters most. Let's walk this path together.